So, very good morning. In the previous class, we have seen comparative financial statements. So, we have seen comparative income statement and comparative balance sheet. So, having concluded the class, in today's class, we look at a new topic, common size statements. Now, if you take your textbook, book 3 of the textbook, the title of the textbook is Analysis of Financial Statements. What do you mean by analysis? We already told you it is nothing but interpretation. Now, what are financial statements? The financial statements are nothing but final accounts. What do we have? We have statement of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, now this is the thing. Now the question comes, how do we interpret? What are the methods for interpreting this financial statement? What are the methods of interpretation? Methods of interpretation of financial statements. So the methods are as follows. So we have comparative statements. Comparative statement, we have common size statements, we have ratio analysis, and we have cash flow analysis. So, analysis of financial statements. Analysis means interpretation. Financial statements are final accounts. That is profit and loss account and balance sheet. So, the interpretation. What are the methods of interpretation? Comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis, and cash flow statements. So, we have seen comparative statements. In today's class, we are looking at what do you mean by. In today's class, we are looking at what do you mean by common size statements. So, in the previous chapter, in comparative statements, what would we do? In comparative statements, what would we do? We took a company, say it is ABC company. We took the data for 2 different years, that is the previous year and the current year, and we compared this data. So this kind of comparison, we took one company, took 2 different time periods and compared it. So it is called inter-period comparison. This is called inter-period comparison. Okay, now the question comes, for example, if you take me as a student, last year my result was 15%. This year my result is 40%, and so my result has improved. Okay, and the absolute change in percentage is equal to 161. So say approximately 160%. When compared to the previous year, I have improved my result by more than 100%, 160%. So if my result was 30%, then 15 became 30, then there's a 100% improvement in result. Because it's 40%, I improved by around 160%. Now the question comes, though I improved by 160%, my result is still 40%. Can I compare it with my friend who is at 80%? Okay, now, so here what I'm doing is, I'm comparing me with myself. And I'm saying that, okay, there's a 160% improvement, I'm saying that I'm doing good. No doubt, I did good. But can I stand the competition of the outside market? Now, I will know what is my real improvement only when I compare with my colleagues, the relative student who has gone for the same exam. So now that kind of comparison is not possible in comparative statements. under comparative statements, I can't compare myself with other, because under this what we're doing is we are taking one company, taking 2 different years and 2 different time periods, and we are comparing. So now this was a major problem with comparative statements. So when you come to comparative statement, the major problem is you could compare you with yourself, but you can't compare you with others. So that was a major problem. So this was the major problem with comparative statements. Now let us take an example. I am taking a general store. Like usually I know my true worth only when I can compare myself with others. So now let us take an example. Now we are taking a general store business. We are taking a data for current year. We are taking 2 different general stores. One is Garonda Grand Store. Other is DMart. Now if you look at Garonda Grand Store, the sales of Garonda Grand Store for the current year were 80 crores. The profit earned by Garonda Grand Store is 20 crores. Now take DMart. The sale of DMart was 4,500 crores, many times higher than Garonda Grand Store. And the profit of DMart is 900 crores. Now if I ask you to say which is a good company, is Garonda Grand Store or a DMart, obviously we would say that DMart is a better store because the profit earned by them is 900 crores. Now I am taking the data for 1 year. I am trying to compare 2 different businesses in the same line. So obviously we would say that DMart is better because the profits is 900 crore. But let us go for a fact check. The fact check says that if you look at the profit percentage, here, the profit percentage here is 25% and the profit percentage here is 20%. Now can you say which is a good business? Obviously the Garonda is giving more returns, it's earning more profit on its sales than DMart. So now how did we get across this? So it is profit by sales into 100. What is the profit here? 20 crore by 80 crore into 100, that gives 25 crores. Here again, how did you get this? Profit by sales into 100. What is the profit? 900 crore divided by 4,500 crore, that is the sale, into 100. So this is how we got the percentage, and now we came to a conclusion that Garonda store is better than DMart. Though the turnover is less, it is better than DMart. So now this kind of comparison, where you took the data for 1 year, you took the data for current year, and here what you did is you took 2 different companies. One is Garonda Grand Store, other was DMart, and then you compared it. Now you are comparing 2 different businesses, 2 different firms, and this is called as inter-firm comparison. Inter-firm comparison. So this inter-firm comparison is not possible in comparative statements. So this inter-firm comparison is made possible when we go to common size statement. So this is one fundamental difference between comparative and common size. In comparative statements, only inter-period comparison is possible. In common size statements, both inter-period comparison and inter-firm comparison is possible. I can compare me with myself. I can also compare me with somebody else. So that was an advantage of common size statements when you compare it with comparative statements. So under comparative statement, we said that only inter-period comparison is possible. You take one company, take 2 different time periods and compare it. But under common size statement, both inter-period comparison and inter-firm comparison is possible. Let us understand what is it. So common size statement. First we'll take one company, ABC company. We took the data for the current year, the data for the previous year, and we're comparing. Such comparison between two different time periods is called as inter-period comparison. How do we perform? Common size statement of dash for the period dash and dash. What is common size statement of what? ABC company for the period dash and dash. You are taking the current year and the previous year. So you have particulars, amount, percentage. So the first column is representing current year, the second column is representing previous year. You will take the current year data and you will calculate the percentage. You will take here the previous year data and you will calculate the percentage. Unlike comparative statements where we had absolute change in rupees and percentage. So it's not like that. Only we'll take the amount and we'll calculate the percentage. Now come to the other part. So under inter-firm comparison, what you can do is you can take the data for 1 year and take two different companies. So we took the data of the current year, we took the data of ABCD company and XYZ company, and we're comparing them. So here we are comparing two different businesses. So this is called as inter-firm comparison. So how would the pro forma look like? See, common size statement of whom? ABC company and XYZ company. For the period we are taking for which year? For the current year. Particulars followed by two columns. So this two column, one column is representing ABC company limited, ABC company. Another column is representing XYZ company. So we take the data for the ABC company here and convert into percentage. We take the data for XYZ company here and convert into percentage. So whereas in comparative statements only inter-period comparison was possible, where I'm comparing me with myself. Whereas in common size statement both inter-period comparison and inter-firm comparison is possible. Here I am comparing me with myself. Here I am comparing me with somebody else. So this is the beauty of common size statement. The problem which we had in comparative statement, where we can't compare ourselves with others, is actually overcome in common size statements. So this is what is a common size statement, and I think you have seen the pro forma. There we had absolute change in rupees and absolute change in percentage, but here it's nothing like that. We have particulars. We take, if it is the current year, we take the current year amounts and we calculate the percentage. We take previous year amount and calculate the percentage. So it is particulars, amount, percentage. So this is what is common size. This is what is common size statement.